Get ready for an electrifying encounter. This Monday night, it's the colossal clash that stops France, Le Classique. Marseille versus Paris Saint-Germain in Ligue 1. Can the fiery spirit of Marseille finally shatter a decade-long home curse against their formidable rivals, a team they haven't beaten on their own turf in more than 10 years? Or will PSG, riding a wave of dominance, continue their flawless start to the season and net at least 2 goals, a common occurrence in this high-stakes rivalry? We're about to peel back the layers of data and uncover the secrets to this monumental match. On the tactical chessboard, Marseille is poised to line up in a 4-2-3-1 formation, aiming for structure. PSG, however, is expected to unleash a more aggressive 4-3-3. Marseille's strengths lie in their disciplined defending of set pieces and a formidable aerial presence, often launching attacks down the flanks. Yet, they show a concerning vulnerability, struggling to thwart opponent chances, particularly when facing through balls, a potential Achilles heel. Paris Saint-Germain, on the other hand, boasts a deadly accuracy from direct free kicks and a penchant for creating numerous long-shot opportunities. They are also adept at attacking set pieces and clinical in finishing chances. Curiously, despite their overall might, PSG can be surprisingly weak in aerial duels and occasionally struggle to protect a lead. Their overarching style is one of total control, often dictating play and attacking predominantly down the right. This stark contrast, Marseille's aerial strength against PSG's aerial weakness, and Marseille's through-ball vulnerability, could indeed be a pivotal battleground, offering interesting angles for prop bets on aerial duels or specific types of goals. Now, let's consider the crucial pieces missing from the puzzle. Marseille will be without Heinz Traoré due to injury, and Naïef Aguerd is a significant doubt. This is a considerable blow, as Aguerd is a defensive titan, leading the team in aerial wins. His absence could severely impact their defensive solidity and aerial presence, especially against set pieces. For PSG, the concerns are perhaps even deeper. Ousmane Dembélé, Désiré Doué, and João Neves are all sidelined with injuries, while Beraldo is also doubtful. Dembélé and Neves are truly monumental absences, both having been amongst PSG's most influential attackers and consistent goal scorers this season. These missing offensive linchpins for PSG could, surprisingly, offer Marseille a glimmer of hope, potentially affecting the over-market for PSG's total goals or shifting focus towards alternative goal scorers. Scanning the league table, Paris Saint-Germain sits majestically at the summit, having clinched a perfect 4 victories from their opening 4 matches, accumulating an unblemished 12 points. They've rattled the net 10 times and conceded only 3, a testament to their formidable early season form. Marseille, currently occupying 8th place, has gathered 6 points from 4 games, recording 2 victories and 2 defeats. Here's where it gets interesting. Marseille's home form has been nothing short of spectacular, securing wins in both their home games with an astonishing 9 goals scored and just 2 conceded. In stark contrast, PSG has been equally lethal on their travels, netting 7 goals in their 2 away matches. Both Titans average a high number of corners, hovering around 7 or 8 flags per game, suggesting an active and potentially lucrative corner market. Furthermore, PSG commits notably fewer fouls and accumulates significantly fewer yellow cards per game than Marseille, a pattern certainly worth considering for card-related betting propositions. Diving into Marseille's recent performances, it's been a genuine mixed bag, a roller coaster of results. In their last 5 competitive matches, they've celebrated 2 victories but endured 3 defeats. However, their home fortress is a completely different story, where they've delivered commanding wins like a dominant 4-0 triumph against Lorient and a spectacular 5-2 rout against Paris Football Club. Their away outings, unfortunately, have been considerably tougher, marked by 3 consecutive losses, including a recent 2-1 defeat to Real Madrid in the Champions League. A recurring pattern at home is their propensity to start with explosive energy, often leading at halftime in both their home victories. This suggests that on their own turf, particularly in the initial 45 minutes, Marseille can be an incredibly formidable force, making a Marseille to lead at halftime bet an intriguing prospect, despite the formidable opposition. Now, let's turn our gaze to the Parisian giants. Paris Saint-Germain is currently soaring, having secured 5 consecutive competitive victories, with only 1 draw overall in recent memory. Their crushing 4-0 Champions League triumph against Atlanta underscores their sheer dominance. In Ligue 1, they've been relentlessly consistent, including an exhilarating 6-3 away win against Toulouse and a clean sheet in their recent 2-0 home victory against Lens. A consistent trend emerging from their play is their knack for establishing an early advantage, having led at halftime in 4 of their last 6 matches. PSG clearly carries immense momentum and a winner's swagger into this fixture, suggesting strong consideration for PSG to win and lead at halftime markets given their powerful starts. Analyzing the recent goal-scoring metrics paints a vivid picture. Marseille averages a solid 2 goals scored per match, but this figure dramatically escalates to 4.5 goals per game when they play on home soil. They concede approximately 1 goal per home outing. Paris Saint-Germain, on the other hand, boasts an impressive average of almost 3 goals scored per match, a figure that surges to 3.5 goals per away game. They are also incredibly stingy, conceding fewer than 1 goal on average across all fixtures. In terms of recent outcomes, Marseille maintains a perfect home record, having won both their recent matches in front of their fans. PSG is near perfection, securing 5 victories out of their last 6 games, with no defeats whatsoever. This juxtaposition highlights Marseille's formidable home strength against PSG's overall, relentless winning machine, a dynamic that could fuel an exciting both teams to score or over 2.5 goals market. The storied head-to-head record between these two giants narrates an incredibly clear tale of PSG's overwhelming dominance. In their last 6 encounters, PSG has emerged victorious 5 times, while Marseille has only managed a solitary triumph, notably, in a cup game, not in a league fixture. PSG almost universally claims victory in this rivalry, especially in Ligue 1 showdowns. Delving into goal statistics, PSG consistently lights up the scoreboard against Marseille, averaging almost 3 goals per game. Marseille, tragically for their fans, rarely finds the net, managing a meager average of just half a goal per match in these contests. Furthermore, PSG frequently establishes a lead at halftime against Marseille, showcasing their relentless early game strength in this intense rivalry. This lopsided history points strongly towards PSG's attacking prowess, making markets like PSG over 1.5 goals or PSG to win seem historically compelling. Let's drill down even further into the head-to-head goal analysis. PSG has netted a staggering 16 goals in their last 6 matches against Marseille, with over half of those strikes coming when playing away from home. Marseille has conceded a worrying 9 of those goals on their own stadium turf. PSG also demonstrates a clear pattern of scoring early, bagging 10 first-half goals in these encounters. Marseille, in stark contrast, has managed a paltry 3 goals in total against PSG across these 6 matches, with only 1 coming in the first half. This undeniable trend for PSG to score multiple goals, particularly within the opening 45 minutes, and for Marseille to struggle profoundly in attack, is a colossal factor for strategic betting, strongly hinting at PSG's offensive potential and even specific first-half goal markets. Considering player height offers another intriguing dimension. Both teams field defenders with an identical average height of 184 centimeters. However, Marseille's forwards are marginally shorter than PSG's, by a mere 2 centimeters. On the flip side, Marseille's goalkeeper stands 1 centimeter taller, and their midfielders boast an average height 3 centimeters greater than PSG's. While not a dramatic discrepancy, Marseille's central midfield and their towering goalkeeper might possess a subtle aerial advantage in specific set-piece situations or during contested high balls, a small detail that could influence corner outcomes or set-piece goal attempts. A brief glance at the average ages of these squads reveals some interesting dynamics. Marseille's defenders are slightly more experienced, averaging 28 years old, compared to PSG's 25. Their forward lines also differ, with Marseille's attackers averaging 25 and PSG's a more youthful 23. The goalkeeping position shows a notable age gap, with Marseille's number 1 being 30, while PSG's is 23. For midfielders, both teams present similar profiles, hovering around the mid-20s. While these aren't monumental differences, they do underscore that PSG generally fields a younger, potentially more dynamic and high-energy squad, which could be a factor in the latter stages of a demanding match. Player ratings, a key indicator of consistent performance, suggest that PSG generally holds a discernible edge. Their defenders, forwards, and midfielders all boast marginally higher average ratings than their counterparts at Marseille. PSG's midfielders, in particular, truly stand out with an impressive average rating of 7.0, significantly eclipsing Marseille's 6.6. The goalkeepers for both teams, interestingly, share identical average ratings. This across-the-board higher rating for key outfield positions indicates PSG's consistent quality and individual brilliance spanning the entire pitch, suggesting a greater depth of talent that could prove decisive in key moments. For Marseille, Mason Greenwood has been an absolute revelation, leading the charge in both assists and goals, truly a vital creative and scoring outlet. Neefegerd, as we mentioned, is a critical figure for aerial duels, winning many per game, but his fitness remains a cloud over this match. For PSG, the goal-scoring burden has been shared, with João Neves and Bradley Barcola leading the scoring charts, while Vitinha has been their assist maestro. Ousmane Dembélé, who is unfortunately injured, has been their key pass leader, a massive creative force. The potential absence of game-changers like Neves and Dembélé could undeniably temper PSG's customary attacking flair, possibly opening up opportunities for Marseille to frustrate them, or for other PSG players to step up, impacting individual player proposition bets. Turning our attention to negative metrics and potential vulnerabilities, Marseille's Facundo Medina has accumulated a high number of fouls per game, which could consistently offer card opportunities for opponents or dangerous set pieces to PSG. CJ Egan-Riley has already seen red this season, highlighting a disciplinary risk. For PSG, Seny Mayulu also has a noticeable foul count. Interestingly, both Vitinha and Fabian Ruiz from PSG are frequently dribbled past in midfield, a surprising soft spot. This particular chink in PSG's armor could be an area Marseille's quicker, more technical players might try to exploit if they manage to break through PSG's usually dominant possession, potentially leading to fouls or yellow cards for PSG's midfielders as they try to recover. Analyzing the precise timing of goals reveals fascinating patterns for both sides. Marseille tends to find the back of the net in the dynamic 10 to 30-minute mark, and then again later, between 70 and 90 minutes, suggesting strong finishes. They show a tendency to concede goals in the 20 to 30-minute window, and also late in the second half. Paris Saint-Germain loves to strike early, often within the opening 20 minutes, and then follows up with a heavy period of scoring between the 50 and 60-minute mark, a testament to their second-half intensity. They concede goals rarely, but when they do, it's typically around the 30 to 40-minute interval or very late in the game. This intricate timing suggests both teams can explode with early goals, but PSG possesses a particular dominance in the middle of the second half, offering intriguing options for specific goal-time markets or first goal scorer bets. Finally, let's talk about the overarching goal totals. Every single match for both Marseille and PSG this season has seen over 0.5 goals, a testament to their attacking intent and a guarantee of action. 50% of Marseille's games have witnessed over 2.5 goals, meaning 2 out of their 4 matches. For PSG, surprisingly given their high-scoring reputation, only 25% of their games, or just 1 out of 4, have gone over 2.5 goals this season. This might initially seem counterintuitive, but it powerfully suggests that while PSG scores, their defense has been incredibly watertight, leading to fewer overall goals in their matches than one might intuitively expect. This trend is a crucial insight for over-under betting, challenging common perceptions of high-scoring PSG games.